Hey everybody, welcome to day 179 of the Daily Stoic. All right, here's our quote for the day. Philosophy calls for simple living, but not for penance. It's quite possible to be simple without being crude. Seneca. So, as I was pondering this quote today, what kept coming back to me was the fact of how hard we can be on ourselves as individuals, right? I mean, I think there's a way to live to a higher standard, let's say, than the normal or average person. But then I think there is also a time and a place to like cut yourself a little bit of slack and realize that you're going to make mistakes, and that making mistakes is part of growing, and just that whole train of thought. And I think sometimes people get caught up in putting so much pressure upon themselves that they forget that. And I think that is just a very destructive behavior. And so when I was hearing this quote, that's what kept coming back to me is that, yeah, we should strive to live at or hold ourselves to a higher standard than just the normal standard. So if here's a normal standard, we should strive to live, our lives at a higher standard, but that not at the cost of not realizing that we're human beings, not realizing that we're going to make mistakes, and not realizing that that's part of growing. And so there's a part of that comes along with, I realize I'm going to make mistakes. I realize I'm not going to win at everything, and I have to be able to, as a person, internalize that and know that that's part of growing. Even though maybe I didn't win this time, maybe I wasn't the very best that I could be, doesn't mean that I can't come back and try again, doesn't mean that I can't use the positive experience from what I just went through and what I learned from that experience to help me grow and be better next time. There is a little piece of this that I want to share with you from the actual book that Ryan Holiday wrote himself. And so this is some of the words that he had to say on this same quote. He says, laying into yourself, unduly depriving yourself, punishing yourself, that's self-flagellation, not self-improvement. No need to be too hard on yourself. Hold yourself to a higher standard, but not an impossible one. And forgive yourself if and when you slip up. So Ryan and I were kind of on the same wavelength with our thoughts on this quote. But I wanted to read those to you because I thought it was important, the way that you see how Ryan views it and why he selected that quote for the book. So sometimes, like I said, I reference the book because I just want you guys to be able to hear his own explanation in his own words. So I hope that helps a little bit. Also, too, please take some time, read this quote, think about it, leave your thoughts and comments below this video, and let's have a conversation about it, all right? So until tomorrow, you guys, I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day, and let's you and I strive harder each and every day to live life more like a Stoic.